standing by our broadcast team.
Towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement, well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Throwing on first down is Brees. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage for the NFC. Boy, you're talking about a dynamic set of backs and receivers. We'll see Zeke later on, but Saquon Barkley, Todd Gurley, they're your starters. That's 1, 2, 3 in the NFL in rushing last year. And then how about out wide? Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Zach Ertz leading a deep group. Weapons galore for Drew Brees and the other NFC QBs. Back to the air on second down. It's Brees. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third play of this opening drive is shotgun now for Brees. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first and 10, here's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to sometimes they take too long to develop.
And called for a defense to attack a screen.
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Now Brees on third down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 36. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he will score. Touchdown NFC. A 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive.
So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know though that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC heading out on offense, and leading him is number 15 from the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, in his first.
Get your best suit. Let's head to the red carpet. NFL Honors is coming up, and he will be the heavy favorite to be the NFL MVP. And let's face it, we'll see him here at the Pro Bowl many times to come in future years.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Khalil Mack in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
6-0 our score after 1. Now Mahomes. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Honor to send this one away. On the return is Cohen. A good return there, 17 yards. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's when he's got to be happy to have that.
First down there. Need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, fender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Saquon Barkley there to make the Giants onto their lead.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that time coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. 1st and 10. Looking for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Partner, for Kansas City, what a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The long touchdown pass that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, convention tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards now with the season over. MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray, then Nick Bosa, and the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Breeze. Complete to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the offense for the AFC, set to go now. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get
big. You're being shut out. Let's see if the kick starts them. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. The catch made by Hopkins.
New narration option is set to off.
This has to go down, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's the night before, and we're well prepared for this final.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute. Isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long
ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance run.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They faked the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher get out to him to keep him warm, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a pass that's taken up getting 10 back as that sets.
The drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
For this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
Quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still to.
Here's the time, and that means